Alrighty. Good morning, everyone. I've got my Zoom peeps. I've got my Facebook peoples. Hopefully I don't have weird connection. I had weird connection issues last week. I don't know. Hello, Alona. Hello, Nicole. Let me just make sure I've got all my volumes up. Oop, one of my lights. Whoop. What's going on? There we go. I like to see when I'm working. Hey, Michael. Nick, you. And Alona. And we've got people. Oh, we got one day past. Hey, Christian, what is up? Everybody, it's Christian. We got a small, everybody's just coming on. How was everybody's long weekend?
Nice.
Very nice, yeah.
Right? We go see Kevin.
What?
Yeah, we went to see her brother.
Nice.
Yeah, and we saw the baby.
Right? What?
Yeah.
Sorry, I got my 2 drinks today. I got my beets. I thought it was a smoothie. It was really a juice, but it was cool. It was cool.
Oh, you ordered that, the beets?
I go to Beets.
Is it good?
Ooh, I like Beets. I like Beets a lot. There's Beets and Rockin' Roots. Rockin' Roots is a really cool guy. He's got some kind of smoothie that, it's some kind of citrus thing. It's out of this world. And they're still doing it. So they're all, Rockin' Roots is in Hillsdale. Terrence, what is up? And Beets, there's one in Park Ridge and there's one in Montvale. And you can order online now for Beets. And, you know, they're nice people. They're all nice people. They're all good people. But Rockin' Roots has got soups and things. It's got other stuff. Beets has got great bowls. It's all good. It's all good. Christian, yeah. What? You saw a copperhead in Pennsylvania, man. Be careful. Be careful. Nicole and Kathleen are like, what? That is cray-cray. Sorry, I'm a little slow to getting started. Because, let's see, I'm admitting people. We're always a little slow when we first get, but it's like, it's Tuesday, but it feels like a Monday. You know what I'm saying?
That's why we had off.
Yeah, exactly, Hannah. That's what's throwing me off. You went hiking, Christian. Awesome. What, you did 2 hours of hiking? We went walking a little less than...
not coming back.
What's the matter?
The past, I wish the past was coming back.
Yeah, I know. I get it. But the past is in the past. We can't bring it back. All we've got is right now. Whoops, and it already left. So we're in the here and now. We're in the here and now, Hannah. And we can look forward to the future, but we got to join. So, well, good morning, Katie. Good morning. We got everybody. Happy belated. We wished Victoria, I think, a birthday on Friday, but her birthday was yesterday. So happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Whoa, dude, Christian, you're like in excellent shape. Christian went hiking and walking and he's got like 37,000 plus steps. I didn't do that. This weekend, but I did go walking. Sorry, I always get gurgles when I'm on with you guys. So today it is art. I didn't even announce what the class was. You guys didn't care. You were like, hey, I'm back. I even got the day wrong. Hey, Jamie. Happy birthday, Jamie. Yeah. I fixed it, Katie. I fixed it. I said today was Monday, and I had like the date right, but I had the day wrong. So it has now been corrected. I noticed that like an hour or 2 hours, I posted really early and then I realized that. So we've got Jamie on, wow, Christian, I might have to like move in with your family. You had a great weekend, but it's Jamie's birthday. Jamie is on Facebook. So I don't know if she can hear us all, but before we start, this way let's a few more people come in for art, little late waker-uppers. Let's sing happy birthday to Jamie. And Facebook peeps, write down happy birthday. Wish her a happy birthday. So let's do it on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jamie. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, nice job, peeps. I don't know if you can hear all of that coming in. What? We gotta sing it again. We gotta sing it again, unless we sing it at the end. Do we sing it at the end, or do we sing it one more time?
I don't know.
We do it again? Okay, we gotta do it again, because I think we got one more person coming in. We got 2 birthday peeps. We got 2 birthday peeps. We got a lot of birthdays.
I know.
Who could it be? Who could it be? We got Jamie's birthday. So I know I'll see Jamie later today on Zoom. I am sure. Usually in the morning she likes to watch us on Facebook. But I've got another friend that's got a birthday.
Victoria.
What is it? Victoria's birthday was on Monday. We
Next
sang
year,
happy
not Tuesday.
birthday on Friday. So Victoria, if you want, and we did a whole birthday theme thing for Victoria and Will. And today it is Jamie and Jeter's birthday.
Adam.
It's Adam's birthday. So who knew? Who knew? And then we got another birthday at the end of the week. We got lots of birthdays. For some of you who don't know, we went to visit some people this weekend, me and Tony, to say happy birthday to some peeps. I know some of you are like, wait a minute, my birthday's not in May. We did April, May, and June. We've got a couple of May people we got to visit.
Sunday.
What?
CJ Griffin.
Whose birthday?
CJ Griffin. That used to go to.
I don't know who that person is, but I wish.
Used to go to TCI.
Okay, cool. I wish that person a
Birthday
very
was
happy
Sunday.
birthday. So
Was this Sunday.
I don't see him yet. So maybe Katie, can you remind me to sing happy birthday before we sign off?
Yeah.
Okay, that's your job.
If I'm here,
Okay, then Victoria, you remind me.
I may have to leave a little early.
Okay, then somebody remind me about 10 minutes in. We got to do it. All right? Because he's not there, so I'm not going to sing happy birthday there. So what are we doing today? Today we are doing art, so I'm going to let you know your supplies. You all know who I am. I am Deborah. I'm out of the Center for Enhancing Abilities. I'm at the Bergen Center. Alrighty, but I love people from everywhere. So, what you gonna need today? We go, okay, we got it, we can relax. We know what day it is, we know what day. So we're gonna wait a little bit till we got a couple more people in. And then we're gonna do the big thing. Maybe we do it halfway. We take a break. Maybe we do that, okay? Hello, my friend, hello. We got a little surprise for you in a little bit. We'll let you get settled in. So, what you're going to need today, so don't worry, I'm not going to forget. Don't worry. You're going to need paper. If you want, if you're a fancy pants, hey, Jeter, you can use canvas board. I love to use canvas board, but if you don't got it, because it's expensive, I get it. So we need any kind of paper that you got. I prefer plain white paper. A thicker is better if you're working with multimedia paper. You could use any kind of paper, but a nice thicker paper is good because we're going to be working with paints. Now, I said paints, but if all you've got or you prefer is colored pencils or markers or crayons, I know it looks like I got everything. You can use that too. Yours will look a little different. That's okay. Alrighty. So if you'd rather work with those things, we can adjust it as well. So, but what we're mainly going to do is I'm going to be working with paints because this particular painter worked with paints. Hence the name painter, I guess. Or she's an artist. I think she worked with a lot of stuff. So what kind of paints can you work with? I don't care. You can work with any kind of paint. I'm going to use some craft paints. Something wet. You can use watercolors if you want. Totally fine with me. I'm not coming to your house to yell at you for not using what I got. If you're fancy pants and you're working off of canvas or you want to work with the thicker tube acrylic paints, go ahead. You got oil paints? I say, wow, I'm impressed. I used to work with oil paints. That's how I started. But the smell, and they take too long to dry and all this stuff. So I really like the acrylics. They're okay. Oil, there's something special about them. But you could use any kind of paint. Any kind of paint you got. Alrighty? my coffee. Now my mug is kind of a little bit of a hint of what we're going to be doing. We are going to be working with an artist. Her name is Joan Mitchell. Now, for some of you who get a little nostalgic or think we're never coming back, that's not true. A lot of these things, no, Katie, it's not true. We're coming back. And you're on mute, girl, so I can't hear you this exact second. But what we will do is we may repeat some of these artists so we can do them at the center as well on different types of, on canvas and stuff like that. So if there's people that you really liked or projects that you like, we may do it and we'll take it to another level, okay? So this artist I'm definitely coming back to. All right, her name is Joan Mitchell, not Joni Mitchell. Isn't that a singer? Joan Mitchell. Yeah, it's not her. It's not her. I'm not going to share the screen. I'm going to show you pictures because I think sometimes I lose some of you guys. It gets boring. But I do need to show you some of her pictures, okay, before we get started. So I'm giving you a sec. We'll let a few last people come in. You're getting your supplies. It's paper, paints. You will need some type of brushes, all right? Brushes. And if you feel comfortable with this, you do not have to. You can use a brush, but I recommend a larger brush if you're working with paints.
Yeah.
You are going to either use a glove, a paper bag. You could use a paper bag, a plastic bag, a piece of plastic, like saran wrap or tissue paper. You could use a paper towel. You could use a sponge because that's what we're going to do for the whole background, okay? That's how we're going to do the background. So just a reminder, as you're getting your stuff, you need some type of paper. White is nice because then it's like we call it a clean slate, so to speak. It could be any paper. If you're working with paints, I'm using craft paints. And my stupid thing here. Okay, my bulb I think is going here. So any kind of paints, could be watercolors, it could be acrylics, it could be little crafty paints, it could be things that you have. You're going to need brushes, maybe brushes of different sizes. Here's a really big fat brush. Here's a thinner brush or a little different size. Any brushes that you got. Could be round, could be flat, anything. Some type of, maybe a glove, a plastic bag, saran wrap, something like that. And if you like, if you've got a fork or an extra big brush, sometimes this is nice, a big brush. I got a really big brush here. Or a fork. This is a special tool I'll use something later. It's optimal. And if you're working with paints, you want your glass of water. Bless you, bless you. I think it blew her off the bed. You can use markers, pencils, and all that stuff. So this artist is named Joan Mitchell. She is an abstract artist. Well, was. This is, wow, guys, I can't believe I'm saying this. She was a 20th century painter. The reason why I laugh is I was born well into the 20th century. So were a lot of you guys, but it's like, wow, it's like in the past, right? So, but she lived from 1925 to 1992. So she was alive during my life. I hadn't heard of her. One artist that was very similar, I don't know if anybody remembers, a while back, I remember one of Alona's works specifically. We worked with a woman, on a painter, Helen Frankenthaler. And we worked with, oh my gosh, why is the name escaping me? We did color block artists. So this woman is kind of in the same school a little bit, but it's abstract. Does anybody want to tell me what they think abstract art is? Katie, do you want to?
Certainly.
Okay, so Hannah's going to go first, and I'll have Katie. What is Hannah? Hannah, what is...
Abstract art is a design of colors of the rainbow.
It can be. It can be. Absolutely, it can be. Katie, do you want to tell us what abstract art is to you? And don't say garbage. It's a picture. I like that. Something is simple. You and Hannah are on the right path. Anybody else want to get an idea of what abstract art is? I'm going to give you an example, and some of you might say, Oh, that's abstract art? Like, oh. So here is one of her paintings, and I'm going to do it like here. Here. All right. As you can see, I'm going to get it really close up for you. All right. I don't know if that looks like anything to you guys. And I can put this lesson up here. That's one of her paintings. That's called Ladybug. Ladybug. It's not my favorite of hers, but I dig it. What does that look like to you guys?
Bugs.
Bugs? Wow, Katie, you got it pretty good. It looks like to me a bunch of lines and splashes. Here, hold on. I might do this anyway. Let's see. Let's see. So this way you guys can see it a little bit more if you want. There you go. There you go. So don't worry. We won't do this very long. So there you go. There's Ladybug. Ladybug. I'm going to give you some pictures. Okay. They're usually very big. A lot of her paintings are very big. You can see here, there she is, and there's some big, it's on big scale, right? What do you think of this? What do you think of this, guys? What does that look like to anybody? Anything? Anything?
Looks like a lake. Looks like a lake.
Looks like a lake. I like that. I like that.
Or a beach theme, I would say.
Okay. These are a group of paintings together.
What a famous person was working on.
Okay. All right. What do you think of this one? We're going to do it fast. I want to do flowers. Flowers. I don't even have the title of this one. Flowers. Flowers. Well, you guys are good. You guys are really keeping an open mind. I say it looks like blotches or she threw some paint at the wall. What do you think about this one? This one's called Sunflowers. Do you see it? Do you see?
Sunflowers.
Yeah. Do they look like flowers?
Yes. Yes, they do.
I think they look like flowers.
Oh my God.
What do you think of that? What do you think of that? That's big. Hold on. So for these peeps, big, right? Big painting. That's a landscape. She did landscapes. She did stuff. Does that look like when we say a landscape? A landscape is an outdoor picture, a picture of outside, right? And this one's my favorite. This is the last one. This one's my favorite. This one is my favorite. I don't know why I like it. Maybe you guys can tell me why I like it. This is untitled. It's her work. Why do you think I like it?
Looks like the ocean.
I didn't even see that, Katie. I didn't even see that. I don't know if it's like a lake because I could see some flowers. I could see some flowers, maybe some lily pads. I don't know. I didn't even know what it was. But I like it. I think I like it because of the colors. I don't know. So that is the artist, and we're going to get started on this. This is not an incredibly difficult project to do, and you can do multiple ones of them. So abstract art is where an artist expresses emotions rather than an actual picture of something that we can say, yeah, that's a coffee mug, Deborah. What they do is they use color and shapes and lines to make this, as Katie said, like this picture, this painting, this drawing, this whatever it is. I don't know who this person is. Okay, but maybe. So we don't know. Okay. Hello, Irma. For a second, I didn't recognize the name, but that's cool. An abstract artist is someone that uses their art materials to express emotions, a feeling, okay? So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to try that today. And very simple, very simple. And as Irma's getting settled, Irma can, kind of keep track. She can listen to who's on as well. And she can join in with some of the questions. And then at the end, we've got a little surprise here. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to move my coffee cup. I'm going to take one last swig. So what's cool is this artist, one of the reasons I've been focusing on female artists because I don't think we give them enough cred. And she grew up in Chicago. Eventually she did move to France, so kind of a fancy pants there, I like to say. And once again, she really focused on abstract paintings. Abstract paintings do not show us something that we recognize. It's not an image that we say, yeah, that's a glass of water. We got to really think about it. We got to feel. We've got to feel what the piece is. So that's what you're going to do today. You're going to be painting with your feelings in the spirit of this artist, Joan Mitchell. Okay? So we're going to try it. We're going to try it. We're going to try it.
Okay.
If you are working with pencils or crayons or markers, you are going to choose one color as your background, and you're just going to start to add color across your whole page. But I'm going to show you step by step, okay? So in case I forget about the markers and crayons, people, okay? So you can hold your paper. Usually I tell you all that you have to hold your paper one way or the other. This is a portrait, like a picture of a face, like, hey. This is a landscape, meaning we're looking at a very big area outside, right? You can do it any way you want. It's your choice, okay? So you can, I'm going to hold it portrait, meaning this way, tall and thin, the way I wish I was. We're going to have it, hey, Irma, we're going to have it, I'm going to hold it portrait because it's easier for me to show you. But it doesn't matter. Hey, Terrence is saying hey. Nice, nice. Good to see you, girly girl. So it's you. You are the choice. You are the artist, okay? Either way. But I'm going to hold it this way, all right? Now, you're back. Good, Katie. We're just talking about how an abstract artist, really what they do is they don't make a picture of an actual thing. They're really painting to show emotions or feelings. So that's what you're going to do today. You are going to try to put your feelings into this paper. And we are going to do that. Now, I'm going to show you. I'm going to move just a bit. I'm going to take this. This is kind of what we're going to be working on, okay? So I'm going to show it really close for Facebook and really close for Zoom. So as you can see, it's not exactly like her. She's so much better than I could ever be. But I have a blob of color and a lot of lines and squiggles and stuff like that. That is what you're going to do today. Abstract art. One more time. A little bit closer. A little bit closer. And you guys should see it back here, okay? If you need to see the picture again, you let me know. But you can, oh, here, wait, Facebook peeps. There we go. There we go. All righty. And I got Oreo back there too today. He woke up. He woke up. All righty. So, hey, Terrence, you're cool, man. You're cool. Okay. Governor Murphy speaking at 11 today. Thank you, Christian. Thank you. Now, any way you want to hold your paper, you can. Alrighty. So, the next thing we're going to do is we want to pick our colors. So, if I was in a really sad or dark mood today, what colors would I probably be using? What do you think, Katie? Let's say I wanted to express that I was feeling down in the dumps.
Black.
Blues, purples, black, gray. You guys are absolutely right. Usually that's what we associate things with, is those kinds of dark colors. Let me see. I gotta... Yeah, I love black. I wear a lot of black. So you got it. Blues, grays, black, all that kind of stuff. Maybe a splash of white. Who knows? Those kinds of... If I were angry, which I'm angry a lot, what colors might I use, Katie? What colors might I use if I'm angry? I heard Terrence say one. What do you think, Katie?
Red.
Reds, orange, like the flames, right? Those kinds of colors. If I was happy... What kind of colors might I use? Yellows. I could use like Hannah said earlier, a rainbow of colors. Maybe I just want to use, Katie's been doing that a lot, a rainbow of colors. If I was feeling kind of very, well, sometimes we say feminine. I don't know if that's real. I don't want to genderize things, but if I'm feeling happy and lighthearted, I might use pastels. If I'm feeling very intense, I might use neons or dark colors. So those are the colors you're going to tap into for your your tapestry here, your painting. So I'm actually going to where I'm feeling like, I don't know. I'm feeling like I want to do a little bit of a landscape. I want to do a field. That's another thing. Maybe I want to feel, to express how I'm feeling, I'm thinking of a place. Hey, David J., what is up? So, you could just do just a blob of color. Mine kind of looked a little bit like I was in a green field. I feel like very springy and getting ready for summer. So I want to think of a cool image. So I'm going to do like a field. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. You guys can do anything you want. If you want an actual object to paint, you can. Let's say you're feeling safe or you're feeling stuck in the house. You may want to do a house. I don't know. But we're not going to paint it exactly like a house, okay? It's going to be all over the place, all over the place. So I'm picking my colors. I'm going to work with paints. If you're working with markers or crayons, totally cool. I've got green because that's going to be, I said, I'm feeling like spring. So I want to maybe do a meadow kind of feel. So I've got green as my base color. I've got my primary colors. I'm going to use red, like a turquoise blue, and a yellow, and maybe a little orange. I might throw in a little orange too. And, just for something extra, I might throw in some black. So I just picked some colors. Alrighty? So whatever you want, you're going to pick. Now, if you are working with a brush, the first thing we're going to do after we have our paper and our colors, we're going to paint the background first. We're going to paint the background. You don't have to. You could leave it plain, but I'm going to start with a big blob of color, okay? Hence color block. I'm going to put a big batch of color on my paper. So I'm going to do it really easy, okay? I'm going to do it with a glove, okay? All right. And I'm going to start with a green. You can do any color you want. Maybe I want a different green. Maybe I kind of like this green. I might switch my green a bit. I think I'm going to switch my green. Because this one was really weird. My paint was a little thick. I think my paint was old. So what I'm going to do is, now, I'm just going to apply the green paint. If you like, you can have an extra plate, paper plate, an extra piece of paper, newspaper. This is where I'm going to put some of my paints on. This is going to be my palette. But for my green to start, if you're working with a tube, I'm just going to pour it directly on. I'm just going to kind of put some of it all over the place. Okay? Not too much. Just a little bit. See how I did that, guys, over there? See how I did that? I'm just going to pour it on. If you want to just blob it onto a piece of paper and use your brush to stroke the paint all, you can. But what I'm going to do is, a lot of her paintings had this cool texture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hand, and with my glove, or if you're using a piece of saran wrap, you're going to cover your hand and ball it up. If you're using a piece of newspaper or tissue paper, you're going to do the same thing. You're just going to kind of cover it up your hand. If you're using a plastic bag, you can put your hand inside. Okay? If you're using a sponge, you can just pat down. If you're using a brush, that's cool. But the first step I'm going to show you, I'm going to show both ways, is I'm going to take my hand and I'm just going to smear the paint all around. Okay? See how I'm doing that? I'm going to show you guys too. So I'm just moving the paint all around. It's kind of like a, I don't know. What do you guys think? Like a finger painting type of thing? If you're working with, thank you. Was that Irma?
Yeah.
Thank you, girl. Thank you. I'm just moving it around. That's all. I'm just kind of covering. I don't want neat, nice little brush strokes. I want messy. Maybe, like you're really excited. Maybe you're moving your hand all the way around. Here, let me show. Maybe you're moving your hand all the way around. Maybe you're I don't know, you're tapping. I don't know what you're doing. The other way to do it, I'm going to take my glove off for a second. You could do brush strokes, back and forth, just big brush strokes, kind of covering the whole page. Does the whole page need to be covered? No. Thank you, Irma. No, it doesn't. You can leave some of the white shining through. You can make sure it's covered. Maybe you want a couple of colors on. You can do that. But we're working on our base color. If you're working with a piece of saran wrap, if somebody's trying to call me, I'm sorry. I can't take calls while I'm doing this. So I apologize, Facebook people. Alrighty? You're going to tap. You're going to tap with your plastic or your tissue paper. Does anybody know why I'm doing this? Can anybody? It's a word that starts with T. Can anybody think of that? A word that starts with T. I'm really into this. And I think I said it, and I'm just tapping around. I got a big ball of saran wrap. Could be tissue paper, could be a sponge. Can anybody think of an art term?
Texture.
Yes, texture. Abstract artists were really big with using lines, colors, shapes, texture to like kind of share a feeling with you. So ew, and the hairs on my head fell off, or was that from my brush? Oh well, get that off. You know, some people know me. So what I have here is just a piece of paper that's covered with one particular color. That's all I got. Hey, I think Dave F is also on. I got all the Daves I know. They're still on. Now, you guys can't see it really close up, all the texture, because of the lines. But the point is, usually sometimes in art class, I'll tell you, I want things that are smooth. I don't want to be able to see a brush stroke. Here, I want you to show brush strokes. I want your paint to be messy or globby or patchy. That's what we want it. Patchy, meaning it's dark in some spots, light in some others. Alrighty? So while you're adding all your color on, okay, and it doesn't matter whatever way you want to show it. I left a little bit of the outside. I don't know. I left a little bit of white. I don't know, that way so I could touch it. But it's whatever you want. And any Facebook peeps that are on, you can join our Zoom room too. Okay? You can join our Zoom room too. Alrighty, and if you need it again, let me know. Okay, so now we've got our base coat. That's going to kind of set the overall kind of mood. Katie, did you pick a color for your background? Or you're on mute?
I'm not doing it. I'm gonna leave it white for now and then do patchwork later.
That's fine. That's your color. She picked white. White is very uplifting. Anybody else choose a background color? Let me know if you picked one.
Yes, I did, Deb.
What background color did you use?
Orange.
Oh, I love orange. Orange is one of my favorite colors. Ooh, you're feeling excited today. Good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my different paints and nice, Alona. Nice, ladies. Nice. So I said I was working in primary colors with orange. I'm also going to work with orange because my yellow wasn't showing up too much on my other painting. I'm going to use red. I'm gonna use a blue, but I'm gonna use like a turquoise blue, a little bit more of a green, green. It has a slight green tinge to it. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking some of my colors here, and I'm gonna use a little black. For some reason, I feel like I want to use a little black for maybe some accents. You don't have to. Thank you, my friend. She knows. So I have my colors on my palette. This is just a piece of paper that I'm going to dip my brush in. If you're really feeling really interesting and you just want to use your fingers, go for it. There are some amazing finger paint artists that it's amazing what they can do. So I'm going to take a nice flat brush. A flat brush meaning it's wide but thin. It's not like a very round brush. Okay, you guys can see it doesn't matter. You can pick any brush you want. So I'm going to start. The main thing that we noticed in a lot of her paintings is she has blobs of color, and lines of color. So this is where you guys are going to start to explore your own abstract style. Like I said, this is really anything goes. So I'm going to, and I know there's probably a lot more to it, but for us, just to sample, just to try it, we're going to keep it really simple. So I'm going to start with, I think I'm going to start with red. I want to start with a bold color. I've got my red, and I think I'm going to make kind of these big lines out. I just want to make some lines that are coming out, okay? So there we go. That's what I did. I made some lines coming out from a center, just straight lines to start. I don't know. That's what I wanted to do. And I might make a little squiggle too. I might make a little squiggly thing. See how I have that? So I have a combined squiggles with straight lines, okay? And I'm going to, I'm going to take my paper towels. It's always a good idea to get paper towels around because you can use many brushes. Make sure you clean your brushes if you want to keep your colors really bright and separate. But I'm going to do it again. I'm just going to do kind of these kind of lines. And I love to watch or see photographs of this artist. And I usually tell you when you're working on detail. Does anybody know this when I'm in class and I'm working on details? I usually tell you that sometimes to keep a lot of control, hold it like a pencil, right? So you're very close to the brush. Here I'm going to tell you the opposite. I'm actually, and when you look at this artist, I love to see pictures. We're going to hold it back more. Hold it back more to make like this, I don't know, like a Harry Potter wand. What do you think? Hold your brush back. See the difference. See the difference. And you're going to just, I don't know, I'm just going to make some lines. I'm just going to make some lines in my red. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm thinking of this kind of, this field. I'm thinking of spring and getting ready for summer. I have some straight lines. Hello, Dave. Hello. We're just doing Joan Mitchell, the artist, not the singer, Joni. We're doing the artist. So I added a bunch of lines. See what I did, guys? Right? Yeah. Nothing too complicated. I did some things that were different. I changed how I held my brush. Right? Alrighty. I'm going to move on to my next color. All right. Now, if you don't want your colors to mix or blend, you can use your hair dryer, let these dry. You know, you can dry it. You can come back to it, let it dry. I don't mind if there's some mixing. I don't mind. So I'm going to move to my blue. And I don't know. I'm just kind of letting my brush. I'm going to make some circular blobs. I'm just making my circular blobs around. I'm just finding places that I need color. All right. I need stuff to find color. What did you say, Terrence?
Victoria was her birthday.
Oh, she wants to know. Victoria, you do anything special for your birthday?
I did.
What did you do?
My brother actually came up from Pennsylvania.
Nice. All righty. So back to painting.
Yeah, he actually surprised.
That is nice. You might get a surprise this weekend, Victoria. Well, not a surprise because I'm telling you. So I'm just adding different shapes. These, I took my brush and I'm just kind of wiggling that paint on. It's making all these different blobs. Now, I had blue, I had red on this green. I need a color, a little light, a little brightness. So I'm going to add some yellow. And I might just make some other little strokes here. I'm just making some blobs. I'm just making some strokes. I'm just going bloop. Oh, and that's mixing some of my paint. That's okay. And I'm just making some splash lines. Just some stuff going on there.
They look like butterflies.
Dude, I'm such a talented painter and I didn't even know it. See, is art, here's the question with art. Is it what you want? What's more important? How you as the artist intend, meaning how you want people to see your art? Or is it just as important or more important how others looking at it see it? Anybody got any ideas? What do you think? I don't know. Katie, do you have a thought on that?
Others.
How others, somebody thinks it's more important how others see it. What do you think, Katie? You're on mute, girl. I'm sorry.
Sorry. It's how you want to see it.
You as the artist or you as the person looking at the picture?
I think it's the artist, and then people can like comment.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of both. It's kind of a dance, right? An artist may have an idea of what they're putting into that picture, but somebody, I really don't know what I'm putting in here. I'm just putting in my whimsy. I'm just putting stuff in. But maybe as an artist, I want you all to interpret it. Maybe that's what I intend. Maybe some artists really want you to see a very specific thing. So it's interesting art. I'm going to move on to my orange. And she did a lot of lines, too. I want some lines coming in. I want some lines. Maybe some of my lines are very getting jiggy with it. All right? I'm making some bold lines. Maybe I'm making some blobby lines. I'm going to show you guys. I love when artists just kind of go back, forth, just kind of do their things. You can also do very thin lines. Maybe that's something really important to me. And that's why I'm going to come in with black. If you have a big brush, a big fat brush, what kind of lines are you going to get? Are you going to get big fat lines or itty bitty lines? If you have a big fat brush, what do you think?
Make some purple.
What do you big? You're going to get big, right? Would you agree with me, Irma? If I use a big fat brush, I'm going to get big fat lines, and that's okay. If I use a very thin, skinny brush, I'm going to get thin lines, right? I'm going to get thin lines. All righty? Maybe these are, when Mike said it looks like butterflies, maybe these are the little buzz lines of all of them kind of going around. I don't know. I just want to add, all right, add some different lines, okay? And you can keep on filling this up. You can keep filling this up with blobs. Just keep going. Just keep filling this paper up. If all you want is maybe 1 or 2 lines, that's okay. I don't know. I think I look a little confused. I think I look a little hectic. I don't know what's going on. Now, there's different things you can do as well. You can get back. Oh no, did I just use my brush on my last bag? Here we go. So I'm going to get back my, what do I do after I do my lines? Okay, so I can continue just to leave it nice, strong brush strokes on there. Maybe I want to come in back with my glove or my sponge or my piece of saran wrap, and I just want to tap on it a little bit. I just want to tap on it. See how I'm doing that? And maybe I'm changing the whole look of it. It's changing. Some of the lines are getting smushed into other lines. That's something you can do. Usually you take like a little bit of saran wrap. I'm just tapping it. And it's looking so awesome. It's making my brush strokes look what we sometimes call distressed or worn out. Nice. Very good, Michael. Very good block painting. Very good block painting. I have this like fancy contraption. It's not a torture device to spank your children with. It's actually an artist tool to create lines and things. And it's got it's got these like little, I don't know, these little edges in it. And that helps you move paint or clay or things like that. Maybe I just want to move that around on my paper. That's why I said if you have a fork or something like that, and it makes very thin lines. It breaks up your painting. But the best way to do it, I think, to make that splatter look get a piece of plastic wrap, put it on your hand. You don't even have to get any stuff on it. You can cover your hand with a glove, or you can cover your hand with some plastic wrap and get like a scrunchy ball of plastic wrap and then just tap onto it. For you guys that are using markers and stuff like that or crayons, you're not going to get the same effect. That's okay. That's okay. Maybe you just run a different color on top. It's okay. It's okay. So there we go. This is kind of what you're kind of aiming for. And what I recommend is while you're working and you think it's finished, I want you to take a step away. I want you to leave it somewhere. Maybe if it's 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 24 hours or a week, I want you to step away from it and then come back to it. And then that way you will see, I'm a little nervous. I got a cat walking around. I don't, no! No! You never want a cat. You never want a cat when you have paint all over your table. They get little paw prints. It sounds cute, but it's not. So what you want to do is sometimes you come back to it, and that'll tell you if you're done or not. If you look at it later on and you say, I like it just as it is. Take a break from your painting. It's okay. You can always add on and add more layers. So, because I got one more thing I got to do before we go. So anybody, I'm going to show you the picture. I want you guys to chime in. So Irma, what I've got is I've got bright colors and I've got squiggly, squaggly lines. What do you think of when you hear bright colors and crazy wiggly lines? What do you think of? What feelings or things do you pop into your head?
Beach.
Somebody said beach. Somebody said beach here. What do you? I did. Okay, here, let's let Irma get a chance. What do you think, Irma? You're hearing like blobs of bright colors and squiggly and crazy lines. What do you think of? What do you think of when I describe that to you? Can you think of a feeling?
I think of the spring.
Think of the spring. Excellent. 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 Good, good. Excellent. Katie, if you were to look at my picture, what pops into your head? There's no right or wrong answer. What do you think of? What do you think? What?
The sky.
The sky. Yeah, this kind of looks like the sky. I can see that. What do you think? Let me see. You might be, Michael, you thought this looked like the beach, or what does this look like to you? You've had some really good insights in my painting.
I had a beach. I say beach.
Beach. I love your color block. And yours is so different than mine. Like, he is very distinct. And that's what happens when you work with, different types of art supplies. Like if you're using markers or crayons, sometimes your colors will be much more, we call a fancy word, distinct, meaning they're very separate. And that's okay. Jamie says jungle, the way I described it. Jamie, this definitely looks like a jungle. Absolutely. The more I see it, maybe I'm in a feisty mood. I don't know. What do you think, Terrence? What does this look like to you? There's no right or wrong answer. What?
Forest.
A forest. I'd buy that. Looks like a forest. I'd buy that. What do you think, Victoria? What do you think this looks like? Dave thinks it's a jungle too. Because you know why? What do you think, Victoria? I'm going to explain why you guys might think it's different things. The jungle. This is interesting because, like my shirt. Yeah, I kind of picked this. This is an abstract kind of t-shirt. On Zoom, the color is different than what Facebook. I can see it. They have a more dulled color. You guys have a brighter. My lighting, it affects it. So the colors we use will change how we look at things as well. So you guys are pretty good. What do you think, Alona? You think it looks like a forest? Yeah, I think so. She thinks it looks like a forest. I like jungle because I think they have more subdued colors here. What do you think, Nicole? What do you think? Give it a thumbs up when I hit the 1. You think it looks like a jungle? Yeah, she thinks it looks like a jungle. It could be anything. Hey, Becky. Becky thinks this looks like palm trees. Palm trees. Nice, nice. So my next question to you guys is, does this painting make me look like, do I seem angry, happy, lively? What emotion pops into your head? So awake. Ooh, happy. Katie says awake. I like that word. I like that word. Alona, what do you think? When you think of spring, you were talking about spring. What emotions do you think go with the word spring or the season of spring? You got an emotion?
You want to go by Pat?
You think happy?
Happy?
Happy.
Happy. I'm usually, we're very happy because it's been snowing a long time. Well, we didn't get it. Nice, Alona. I love it. I love it. So awake was one. Happy. Nicole, you are on mute. So I know you're trying to talk to me, girl. Let me see. I can't unmute you. So maybe when mom gets a chance. Anybody else? What do you think, Nicole? What emotion or feeling? None of you are saying I'm angry.
No.
What do you think?
Discombobulated.
Discombobulated. Wow, she must know me well. Yeah, discombobulated. I do pretty. Looks like birds. Thank you, Becky. Thank you. I think a lot of
me of birds.
you know,
Very nice.
it's, and anybody can do this. Anybody really can do this. I agree with you. I think a lot of abstract paintings in these kinds of colors, like, and we could talk more about them another day. I could talk about this for hours. Helen Frankenthaler, Pollock, different, they have a tendency, this artist, Joan Mitchell, they look very all over the place. It might be reflective of their time and meaning they were coming up and painting like definitely in the 50s. This is post World War II. So there's a lot of change. But last week, let me see, is there a difference before we hear? Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let's do this. Remember this painter? Alma Thomas, remember Miss Thomas? Are they different? Are they different types of paintings?
Yeah.
You should say yeah. Yeah, they are very different. Which one looks more like orderly? Like more, that's more, I'm trying to think of a nice word for orderly. Like in control, makes sense. Which one? This one? The circles? The dots? Definitely. How we place color shows different feelings. Okay, so some of you who are just listening, one painting is just a picture of blobs, little squares that are going around in a nice, clean circle. Colors are separate. They're not like mixed all over the place. Yeah, the circle is more in order, right? It's like more controlled. Nice, Nicole. Nice. Today, we're just letting it all spill out. Today, we're just letting it all like, wow, go out there. So does anybody have another one? I've got Nicole. Perfect, Nicole. You totally got the lesson. You totally got it. Mike, you did great color work. Anybody else? Katie, do you want to?
I have a special guest.
Hello.
This is my sister.
I know. I met your sister a while back, my friend. Hello, Katie. What do you want to show us a little?
I love that you're helping.
Oh, great. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's good to see you.
Family of artists.
Oh, great. I love Family of Artists. That's awesome. Art is awesome. And wow, that's beautiful. I love that. That's cool. It's cool. Katie, are you feeling okay to show us maybe what you're working on a little bit?
It's wet.
Okay, then don't pour it up because Katie, go on. What colors did you use?
I'm gonna No, I was gonna hold it up for
Oh
you.
wow.
Nice. Katie she worked with what Hannah was talking about, a rainbow of colors. So she is putting forth, I think, happy feelings, positive feelings. Me, I don't know so much. I'm a little bit more discombobulated, great word, than Katie. Katie seems to have her thoughts a lot more together than I do today. Right? But whatever you've got going on, I want you to work on this. Practice changing how you hold your brush. Maybe take a minute when you're working on this. Hold your brush. I'm a righty. Maybe put your brush or your crayon and your marker in your other hand. See what happens. Experiment. Do something different. Hold it at the end. Hold it really close. When we want detail, we usually hold it very close to the edge of our paintbrush. That gives us control, like a pencil. When we want it to flow a little bit more, we change where we hold it. So try that too. But as we come to the end, I hope you like this woman, Joan Mitchell. I really dig her stuff. Go on. Let me see. I'll put maybe the pictures up on our Google Classroom. You can access them anytime. If you are done with your painting, or when you are done with your painting, let me know. Tell me, and I just want to make sure this is not blocking. Okay. Send me a picture of your finished work. I'd love to see it. I share it on Instagram and Facebook so we can see what everybody's doing. Yeah.
We have to sing again.
That is correct. We've got to sing again. So here we go. I think we sang earlier a mosaic target. Yes, you are correct, Becky. That is it. Alma Thomas. Alrighty. So let's see. Before we go, we've got one more birthday to sing for. And it is for my friend. I don't have my camera switched. I was supposed to have you guys look over this way. Now you're looking at like all my art supplies. Ugly. So here we go. A little birdie told me it is somebody's birthday today. It's our friend Adam who is on Zoom. So we want to sing happy birthday to Adam. Who's forever 19. Aren't we all forever 19? So here we go. He's excited. So on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. That's right. Happy birthday, dear Adam, aka Jeter. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. Happy birthday, my friends. Happy birthday. Don't worry. I'm sure I'm going to be singing happy birthday a lot today. A lot. So if anybody else is... What are you going to do tonight for your birthday, Adam? What are you going to do for your birthday, man? Oh, he's muted again. You going to party? He's just going to laugh. I think that's all he's going to do. He's so excited. He's just going to laugh. He's going to laugh. He's just so excited. I get it. I wish I was excited. That's because he's not anywhere near the number that I'm at. But yes, happy birthday, my friend. I'm very sad we can't celebrate it more together. Like we usually do. For some of you that don't realize it, when we're at the center, we always kind of celebrate people's birthdays in different ways. And they are important days. They're a day that the earth was blessed by having you join us and join our big group of happy people. So it is important to acknowledge people on their special days. I try to coast out a little bit on my special day, but definitely all the other people that I know, I like to wish a happy birthday. Some of you, hopefully, we won't be singing happy birthday on Zoom because I know a lot of people here have some fall birthdays. So I'm looking at one lady. I'm not singing. I'm not singing you happy birthday on Zoom, girl. I'm hoping we're back. By that point. But
Otherwise, my whole town's gonna have to come to a birthday for
That's right. That's right. I hope that they do. So we've got a few more. I see a couple of people here that have had birthdays. Well, somebody that has birthday today, somebody that just had a birthday yesterday. Happy belated birthday, Victoria. Some people that have birthdays coming up. Alona, you were in March, so I know, that was a little bit past. So hopefully, definitely our next one, that won't be, we will be back and doing things the usual way. But I know we got Nicole, and I think we got Terrence. Terrence, you're a July birthday, if I remember. So we got time. We got time.
Deborah.
Yes.
Alona had made some birthday cards, and she wanted to show them actually at 12:30.
That's the time to do it. Show it. I don't know if so much they'll get a chance. Because they've got a special guest, but I think they will make sure. Okay, so maybe they'll let you in early. Okay, because it's a class that they have. Alrighty, so work on your abstract painting, brush strokes and blobs, and use plastic and all different kinds of brushes and your hands to spread that color around and show me what you've got. It's about showing me a feeling. That's what abstract really wants to focus on. It's supposed to move you in a certain way. So hopefully I have moved you in a certain way. We've got at 12:30 special guest, personal development, Stacy. I think they're going to be working more on stargazing and stuff like that. Kind of combining our hobby thing from last week, and we've been focusing on space and stuff. So join that. I think it's going to be really cool. There's a special guest, I think, that's coming on. Somebody I don't think you know. So that'll be cool. That will be on Zoom. Then at 1:30, we will have our skills group. I did send out a printout of pictures. If you don't have them, it's okay. Okay, they did go out. Alrighty, that's a good sign. So if you got that, cut them out. That's just for people that want to work on sequencing and putting together a plan, that kind of skills. And then at 2:30, we will have our usual Tuesday wellness and Tai Chi and relaxation. So join me for that if you want on Zoom and Facebook. But once again, I'm going to say goodbye to Facebook peoples. Thank you so much for always joining in. Thank you, Becky. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, the Daves I know. Thank you, Christian. Thank you. I think I got everybody. Hopefully I got everybody. And, well, Terrence is over here. So I'm going to say goodbye, and I'll see you guys.